This is the third video in a series I've been doing on how to integrate the OpenAI Chat API into a React web app. The first video showed how to get started with the API and hold a simple conversation. The second video built on this by adding tone and style to the conversation. And in this video, I'm going to further develop the app by adding context, or to put it another way, setting a subject for the conversation. I'll also be adding a history so that previous interactions with the AI will be used to create a richer and more realistic type of conversation. If you didn't watch the previous videos, I recommend watching them first to familiarize yourself with the code. I'll be using the previous project as a starting point to this, so you can download it from the GitHub repository in the description. I'll also add a link to the repository that holds this updated version of the project. So let's get started. I'm going to use Visual Studio Code for this. I've opened the project that I did in the second video. So first thing I'm going to do is go down to the buttons and just change the text on each button. There'll be no code changes to this other than to the text. So what these buttons will do is tell the Chat AI what we want to talk about. So I'm going to come up now to the system messages. I'm going to change the bot name to correspond with the button text. So I've got some text here, which each paragraph corresponds to the instruction. So in the first one, you are a friend who people go to for help and advice about their mental health. And this is an important instruction. Do not deviate from this. Do not answer any question that does not relate to mental health. So similarly, you are an expert on retro video games. Your knowledge starts in 1970 and ends in the year 2000. Do not answer any questions that fall outside this date range. And all the way down here to you're an expert on chess. You give help and advice to beginners who want to improve their chess skills. Do not deviate from the subject of chess. So that's important, so that if a question is asked that falls outside of any of these parameters, the AI should be intelligent enough to say, sorry, I can't talk about that subject. So I'm going to copy this. It's going to make a slight change here to how we extract the message. So instead of all of this, let's use that single line of code. So we can start by talking about 80s pop music. So even though I haven't given any context, except in the system instruction, it's answering the question relating to the conversation that we're having about 80s pop music. Okay, so all these answers relate to 80s pop music. Let's try chess. Okay, so the answer is within the context of chess. Now, if I ask it a question, in this case, about something unrelated to chess, so see, I'm sorry, that is not a question related to chess. I mean, it does answer it, but I could be more specific in the instruction to say, do not even answer the question. Just don't say anything other than that is not a question related to chess. So let's try mental health. World War II. So the question, I'm being very vague, when did it begin? If we didn't pass in a system instruction, this wouldn't be the answer. The AI would tell us to be more specific, but because we're passing in the instruction, it knows that we want to talk about World War II. Let's go back to, let's say, 80s pop music and just ask a question again. So who was the biggest selling artist? Michael Jackson was the biggest selling artist of the 80s. And if I say, when was his first #1? I'm sorry, I need more context. Who are you referring to? So at this stage, the AI isn't remembering the conversation. So we're telling it what the subject is, and it's answering that intelligently. But when we ask for more information relating to a previous question, so in this case, when was his first #1? I, of course, mean Michael Jackson, but the AI doesn't know that. So we can pass in conversation history quite easily, which should give this quite a different feeling when you're actually having a lengthy conversation. So to facilitate that, we need to go into request data, pass in all the previous messages. So that then builds up the instructions that you're sending to the AI. Not only are you sending the instruction contained here, you're also sending in any previous questions or messages that you then stored in the messages array. So let's give this a try. Okay, so now it's given the answer is Michael Jackson. We submit another question, when was his first number one, and because we're passing in previous questions and previous answers, the AI knows that we're talking about, in this case, Michael Jackson, so will answer accordingly. Let's try something. Let's try retro video games. So again, so who developed the first NES game? The answer is Shigeru Miyamoto. Did he develop any other games? And without passing in that previous question and answer array, then this wouldn't have been answered in this way. But because we did pass it in, saying yes, Shigeru Miyamoto developed other games as well. So now you can have a proper conversation referring to previous answers that the AI has given, and it allows the conversation to flow a lot better.